Up next on Lion TV, we have Phoenix Pruitt with an insight on the newly implemented activity period. Then Emily Tyler on the Cersei Band's region assessment.
And I'm Lily Baker with all your weather updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Welcome back, Cersei High. I hope you had a fantastic spring break. I'm Jordan Bowman.
And I'm Paige Reynolds. Let's kick off our first week back with some school announcements.
The career fair will be this Friday at 8:30 a.m. to 12:55 p.m. Students will be dismissed by grade, and there will be college booths along with local hiring jobs like Chick-fil-A and Bryce.
Seniors, you will find scholarship applications for local scholarships on your Schoology. Please print them off, fill them out, read all the directions, and if you need a transcript, please order one from Ms. Hamilton's in the East office. The applications can also be found on the SHS website.
Any student trying out for Line Steppers for the 2023-24 school year should turn in their paperwork to Ms. Hightower in room 113.
Volleyball tryouts will be held today at 3:30 to 5 in the high school main gym. This is for girls currently in the 9th through 11th grades. You are required to bring the signed physical form, medical consent form, and the sudden cardiac arrest form to tryouts. You cannot try out without them.
Well, there seems to be a lot of tryouts happening around campus.
There sure are. Everyone is prepping for the next school year.
Phoenix Pruitt actually has a story about the activity period our school enacted in preparation for next school year.
Well, let's get that scoop on everything that went into making it happen.
With new ideas being introduced at SHS all the time, a new idea that was brought to life was something called the activity period. This was created with the goal to provide students with more opportunities and make the scheduling process go smoother. We were able to catch up with Counselor Mrs. Sipes and Junior Abby Morris to tell us all about this period and their thoughts on it.
I think activity period has benefited the students. It's allowed a time for us to get out a lot of information, whether that's new information for next year or just maybe students haven't had a chance to look at the different electives that we offer, requirements, and even some time to train them on some parts of maybe hack or even our new students who haven't been here for scheduling in the past. So it just benefited them to get more information out so they're informed.
With the activity period being something so new for the students, many students didn't take this time as seriously as they should have.
I think that the goal was halfway achieved because we got a better understanding of the classes, but we're kind of just wasting time.
My hope is that it'll be even better than it has been. Once again, I think it gives students that buy-in because you're putting your schedule in. Somebody's not doing it for you. So you have multiple chances to make sure it's just right for what you want.
With the new activity period, the goal was to show students the many opportunities there are at SHS and hopes to make their lives easier.
I think the online scheduling is easy, and it's probably a lot easier for the counselors, but it feels like the same as always.
It's been successful for students in the sense that I don't know that all kids really have ever looked at information on what we offer here throughout their whole high school career.
I'm going to do number 11. Everybody follow me on number 11. Here we go.
The activity period was not only created to benefit the students, but to everyone involved with schedule making.
I think next year, if they have a better understanding of what's going on, like the teachers, and they know more of what to do, then it will be helpful.
I think we will definitely continue with an activity period as far as we know for now to keep getting that information out. We'll just kind of tweak it as the years go.
Well, I think with this new activity period, scheduling might just be a stress off of the students' shoulders. Now let's send it back to the news desk.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Let's move on to some U.S. news.
As Ohio's primary approaches, a strict new photo ID requirement is stirring concerns for military veterans and out-of-state college students in Amish communities and among older voters. Other Republican-led states are moving in the same direction as respond to conservative voters unsettled by unfounded claims of widespread fraud and persistent conspiracy theories over the accuracy of the U.S. elections. Critics characterize such requirements as an overreaction that could end up disfranchising eligible voters.
U.S. lawmakers have grilled TikTok CEO Shou Chew about data security and harmful content. With some pushing to ban the popular short video app nationwide, the CEO told lawmakers that TikTok prioritizes user safety as he sought to avert a U.S. ban on the app by downplaying its ties to China. Both Republican and Democratic representatives aggressively questioned Chew on topics including TikTok's content moderation practices, its data security plans, and past spying on journalists.
A man named Terry Sanderson is suing Gwyneth Paltrow over a 2016 skiing collision at one of the most upscale resorts in North America. He is expected to take a stand Monday as his closely watched trial goes into the second week. Sanders is suing Paltrow for more than $300,000, claiming she skied recklessly into him from behind on a beginner ski slope, breaking four of his ribs and causing head trauma that manifested as post-concussion syndrome after the crash. Paltrow has countersued for $1 and attorney fees, alleging Sanders was at fault and veered into her from behind.
Well, I hope the people that went on ski trips for spring break were careful.
For real, but the people who went on cruises are the lucky ones who escaped the nasty Arkansas weather.
So true. Let's send it over to Lily Baker to see how our weather forecast is looking.
Good morning, Searcy High. I'm Lily Baker with all your weather updates. Today we have a high of 64 with sunny skies and a 7% chance of rain. Your sun rose at 6:58 a.m. We had winds traveling southeast at 6 miles per hour. We had humidity at 55% on to tonight. Tonight we're expected to have a low of 43 degrees with a clear skies and a 5% chance of rain. Winds traveling east at 4 miles per hour, and your sun's going to set at 7:25 p.m. Humidity at 71% onto the almanac. This week you had a high of 67 degrees and a low of 45. Monthly average of precipitations at 5.07 inches. Month to date at 8.85 onto that 5cast. On Saturday we're going to have mostly sunny skies with a high of 68, a low of 42, a 2% chance of rain. On Sunday, a mostly sunny sky with 72 as your high and a 58 as your low with 8% chance of rain. Thunderstorms on Monday with a 78 high and a low of 65, 37% chance of rain. Tuesday, also thunderstorms with a high of 80 and a low of 58 with 52% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, more showers with a high of 73 and a low of 55 and a 48% chance of rain. Looks like it's going to get rainy towards the end of the week.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that at all, but all this weather talk's making me hungry. Paige, what's for lunch today?
I'm so glad you asked, Jordan. For lunch today, we'll be having classic cheese and pepperoni pizza, cheeseburger, chicken and mozzarella stick combo, jumbo crispy chicken tenders, General So chicken stir fry, and milk.
Be sure to thank our wonderful lunch ladies for all the hard work they do.
I know I will. Speaking of hard work, the band has been putting a lot of time and effort into their upcoming region assessment.
That's right. Emily has a story about how they are preparing for this event.
Searcy Bands is in the process of preparing for their region assessment concert. The director and students have been working tirelessly to better their abilities and create an incredible ensemble. We were able to catch up with the directors to see what concert assessment is all about.
A region concert assessment, which is essentially a standardized test for bands. We perform on stage at Cabot.
I feel like it's a good gauge of where we're at as far as taking 3 pieces and spending about 6 to 8 weeks on them and being able to play them for 3 judges.
The bands have been preparing in many different ways to improve their performance. Many of those ways require students to work hard on their individual practice in order to improve as a group.
For assessment, we've been playing scales. We're working through all of our region scales, all 25 of them. We're about halfway through it right now, doing 2 scales a week. We've also been doing lots of tuning exercises to work on listening as an ensemble and learning to play as one group with the same sound.
We've been preparing by using 0 hour for some sectionals because our individual musicians are what drives everything.
Sectionals have drastically improved the band by going in depth with each instrument group.
They are amazing for the progress of our ensemble. We have a month until we perform at assessment, and we are where we were about a week before last year. So I think these sectionals have done amazing work for our students.
Main goal with the ensemble right now is to not fall apart.
Individuals have an important role to play in the success of their ensemble and are improving their skills to further their personal success and that of the group.
An individual can always make the band better by improving their tone or improving their reading abilities, so that when we get in the sight reading room, they're not the ones holding the group back.
We're willing to do whatever it takes to invest into our individual musicians to make sure that everyone is the best they can be. Music's one of those arts that we're always striving for even better than what it can be.
Things are looking good for Searcy bands, and we are expecting great scores for their region assessment. We hope you can come see the bands perform on April 3rd and 4th in Cabot. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Emily. Wow, being a band member takes a lot of hard work and dedication.
And so does being a baseball player. Let's send it to Jacob for the update on how the baseball clubs are doing.
Good to see you again, Searcy High School. We got quite a bit of sports updates to get into from the break, so let's jump right into it. In local sports, the Searcy Lions baseball team had a game over spring break where they played against the DeWitt Dragons, beating them 8-4. Their next game was supposed to be on Friday, where they take on the Harding Academy Wildcats, but there may be a chance of a reschedule. The Searcy Lions boys and girls soccer teams against the Nettleton Raiders that were scheduled for Friday will be moved to Thursday due to weather coming in on Friday. The boys look to continue their hot start to the season, while the girls look to come back from a 1-2 start to the season. The Searcy Lions esports team has only 2 weeks left of the regular season before playoffs begin. The Smash and Mario Kart team look to get a higher seed as the Smash team takes on Bentonville later today, while the Mario Kart team takes on Valley Springs tomorrow. We were able to get an interview with head coach Brandon Renard on how the teams are preparing for playoffs and how they've overcome some of these challenges from this season.
A team for Mario Kart, their loss early on was from, I think, just not practicing over the break. It was the very first game, and they honestly got the toughest opponent they could have got that very first game. I think they've had a lot more time to prepare and stuff. I'm just a little worried about whether they'll have to play them in playoffs. A team for Smash, we have videos and stuff of the other team that we've been playing, and I really want them to, watch those videos more and kind of review what the other teams are doing to better prepare for their opponents.
Moving on to national sports, the MLB will start their 2023 regular season tomorrow with a couple of exciting matchups, including the Yankees playing the Giants at Yankee Stadium, where we watched the MLB debut of Yankee shortstop prospect Anthony Volpe. The St. Louis Cardinals, where we see number 4 prospect in MLB Jordan Walker make his MLB debut at Busch Stadium against the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Mets going to Miami, where they'll play the Marlins, where we see a big pitching matchup against 2 Cy Young candidates and Sandy Alcantara and Max Scherzer. In the NFL, quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, revealed on social media Monday that he had requested a trade from the team just as coach John Harbaugh sat down to speak to reporters at the NFL's annual league meeting. He stated that the team has not been interested in meeting with his value in his contract talks. Harbaugh said that he hasn't seen the tweet and is an ongoing process. He also said that he's following very closely as he looks towards a resolution. In NCAA basketball, March Madness is coming close to the end, where over spring break we saw the bracket go down from 64 all the way to the final 4 teams. The teams we will see go at it will be 5th seeded San Diego State, who took down tournament favorite in Alabama in the Sweet 16, where they will go against this year's Cinderella story in the 9th seeded FAU, where with the favors not in their odds, they were able to take down big teams like Tennessee and Kansas State to get to where they are. The next matchup will include 5th seeded Miami, where they will take on 4th seeded UConn, who has been extremely hot this tournament, with both of UConn's last 2 wins ending in a 20-point differential. Both of these games will be played this Saturday, where the winner between the two will play on Monday the 3rd in Houston, Texas for all the marbles. Well, Searcy, that's all the sports updates I have for you today. Now back to the news desk with Paige and Jordan.
Thanks, Jacob, for those updates.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Searcy. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Searcy High Lion TV.
And follow us on Twitter at Lion TV, Instagram at Searcy Lion TV, and on Facebook at Searcy High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Jordan Bowman.
And I'm Paige Reynolds. See you on Friday.